We may have whet your appetite with a Toyota GT86 and Megane Cup, but just suppose you could get the same motoring thrills for a fraction of the price. Today's fleet of cheapskate alternatives are 3 cars that are guaranteed to get you grinning. Lightweight bodies, razzy engines and naughty handling. These are the best beer money alternatives to the fun offered by our thrill-seeking Sportsters. But instead of costing 25 grand, these start at just 1,500 quid. Now that's going to put a smile on your face. My cheapest choice will be a hit with petrol-head purists, because it's the only one of the trio that's rear-wheel drive. Time to go for a spin.
Now, whilst you might look a wee bit like a hairdresser from the outside, when you're in it, you feel like a driver. You know, this is a great little sports car, and a cheap one at 1,600 quid. Now, the MX5 might not be the quickest thing in the world, but that's kind of irrelevant, because out of the 3, this is the only one with rear-wheel drive, and the benefits of that are you get really lovely weighted steering, you get a better balance, the front tyres are only braking and turning. Oh, I just want to get stuck in and have a go.
The MX5 is reliable in a way that the British roadsters it was inspired by never managed, but it still pays for you to do your homework.
Now, the Achilles heel on the MX5 is the roof. These windscreen catches, they're not cheap to fix. Also have a look around here for any signs of rust. Make sure it folds correctly. If it doesn't, a new one, it's going to cost you 250 quid.
If you prefer something a little more hardcore, then the Renault Sport Clio 182 could be just the car for you. Shop around and you can get one for just 3 grand.
Now, this is an old school hot hatch. Raucous, noisy, quick. It's bringing back memories. You know, I used to have one of these. The smile is back in my face already. They're proper little things. You know, it's stiff. This has got the cup suspension on, so it's quite a firm, hard rise, but I mean, they're wicked things. You know, I feel like I'm in a little rally car. It's mega.
When looking for a used Renault Sport Clio 182, be sure to look out for telltale signs of a tough life. Scuffed alloys, bodged accident repairs and a lack of service history all suggest a car that's been thrashed, so keep hold of your cash.
Now, part of the variable valve timing system can fail on this car. Listen out for a noise near the camshafts, or in fact a loss of power around about 5,000 revs. If it's gone wrong, it's going to cost you 800 quid. Now, the engine mounts on these cars are prone to wear out. Telltale signs, a lot of gearbox, gear stick movement on hard acceleration. If you don't get it fixed, it'll get worse and then could damage the exhaust. 150 quid will see it right.
Finally, the most expensive car here, the legend that is the VW Golf GTI. This is the Mark V version, and it was the first GTI since the Mark II that didn't drive like a steamed pudding.
So when new, this car would have been over 20 grand. Today, you can buy a really nice example like this for about 6k. And it's so tight. Gearbox is smooth, really lovely change. Everything you touch feels quality. There's no rattles or squeaks from the dashboard. It still feels fresh, it still feels new actually. So yeah, I mean, amazingly, this thing will go on to 150 miles an hour. But the best bit is, if you drive it nicely, you'll get circa 35 to the gallon. Great bit of kit.
The Golf GTI has got to be one of the most bulletproof hot hatches on the market, and nowadays they tend to be owned by sensible middle-aged professionals, so it's unusual to find one that's been thrashed.
Now, a common problem with a turbo Golf is in here there's a little pressure relief valve. If that fails, you get no turbo boost, which means you don't go very fast. Good thing is, it's dead cheap to fix. Now, the Golf may be front-wheel drive, but the common problem is the rear tyres. The inside edge wears out. The offending article is the damper in here. Sounds expensive to fix. It's not really, it's only 100 quid.
One thing's for sure, whichever of these cheapskates you choose, the grin factor is absolutely guaranteed.